When he picked me up, he asked why they come to this airport because it was 2 hours away. Okay, now I'm annoyed because he said this was the closest airport. We get to my hotel and he tells me he has to go pick up his kids and he'd be right back. I'm expecting that he'd come right back so we could go get something to eat. He doesn't show up until 9 p.m. When we were talking before I got there, he kept saying he got me a gift. I really didn't expect much. When I opened the gift, I was dumbfounded. It was an adult toy. I was at the airport waiting for my flight and I look up and the TSA guy is staring at me. I gave an awkward smile and I guess in his head it meant come over. He seemed like a nice guy. Every time you guys say someone seemed like a nice guy, what does that even mean? Seem like. Do I seem like a nice guy? He seemed like a nice guy, so we exchanged numbers and a few days later we started texting and eventually started talking on the phone. He would call me when he gets off work while in between my classes. I was a senior in college. While talking, I found out he was in a bad marriage and going through a divorce, but I was uncomfortable talking to someone who was married, so we kind of took a break. How uncomfortable did you stay? Let's keep reading. A few months later, I'm back home again and I run into him and we talked a little and he offers to buy me lunch. So he pays for the food and we promise to keep in touch. He's now divorced, but is focusing on his 2 kids and trying to heal. He's now divorced. A few months later. We talked on and off for months and he said he was going to visit his mom in a different state and wished I was there because he missed me and wanted to see me. I thought about it for a while and I agreed that I'd come visit since it was Christmas. I told him the hotel I picked and wanted to make sure it wasn't too far from his mom's house. He agreed to pick me up from the airport and I let him know my flight information. I was at the airport for 3 hours because he was busy. Sorry. When he picked... I already know where this is going, but I'm trying to keep it together. Just for the sake of the story. He was busy. Let's go with that. When he picked me up, he asked why they come to this airport because it was 2 hours away. Okay, now I'm annoyed because he said this was the closest airport. We get to my hotel and he tells me he has to go pick up his kids and he'd be right back. I'm expecting that he'd come right back so we could go get something to eat. He doesn't show up until 9 p.m. When we were talking before I got there, he kept saying he got me a gift. I really didn't expect much. When I opened the gift, I was dumbfounded. It was an adult toy. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, you want to use it? Embarrassed and reluctantly, we did. And the whole time I'm thinking, where can I get something to eat because I'm so hungry? Poor thing was so famished that you couldn't even enjoy sex because your belly was rumbling. Immediately after he was done, I asked, could we go get something to eat? Because it was so late at night, there weren't a lot of places still open. And the place we found was closing in 10 minutes, so the food was rushed and gross. He dropped me off again because his daughter was waiting for him to tuck her in for bed. He promised to come by in the morning so we can go get breakfast together. We did not. Of course you didn't. I texted him when I woke up with no reply. I called an Uber and went out to get myself breakfast. I texted him again to see what's up. He didn't respond till the afternoon, saying he was helping his mom with something and he'd be over soon. It was about 3 p.m. when he showed up and tells me he was busy helping with family stuff and can't stay long. I asked if he wanted to get something to eat and he said he'd already eaten and offers to take me to get some food and I agree. He drops me off and left. I sit in the restaurant, sad and lonely, and I was glad I was going home the next day. When he came to pick me up, I was thinking we would spend some time together, but he had to go again and said he would be back. How many times are you gonna believe this shit? The man is still married, okay? Let's just call it what it is. He never divorced. He's been married. He's going back to his wife. It's now 11 o'clock at night and I'm worried. Where is he? With his wife, with his family. So I call him. The first time he doesn't answer. So I call again and he picks up and there's loud music in the background. So I'm like, where are you? And he says he's in the club and he can't come over right now because he's 3 hours away. I went to sleep. I was so sad, disappointed and heartbroken. At about 5 o'clock in the morning, I heard my hotel room door open. I look up and it's him. He came to drop off my key, kiss me goodbye, and leaves for the airport because he was also leaving that day. I get up and I get dressed and Uber 2 hours to the airport and sat at the airport for 6 hours because I didn't want to be in the hotel room anymore. It was the most disappointing trip ever. He said he'd call when he's not calling. He's not doing it. He said he'd call when he got home. Of course he didn't. So we didn't talk much after that trip. A few years later, he messaged me to say, what's up? What's up? And I asked him about the whole trip and his response was, I didn't think you'd actually come. I said, but why did you ask me to come? He said he was being nice. Now, let's just address the signs from the beginning. He explicitly tells you he's in a bad marriage and currently going through a divorce, which is code for I ain't never leaving that woman. Ever. Then a few months later during Christmas, he says he's visiting his mom and you decide to fly out to see him during Christmas. Then he leaves you at the airport for 3 hours by yourself and says he was busy. tells you it's the wrong airport, first of all. You fly there, and it's not the closest airport. Then he buys you a sex toy and starves you, leaves and goes back to his family, and doesn't come back till the next day. For some reason, you kept believing he'd come back. Why? You've been through enough. I won't go too much further. You know. I'm glad you're okay, I'm glad you're safe, and I'm glad this will never happen again.
You know what's hilarious? Most cases, like 90% of the time, when women are telling you these horrible date stories they've had, you see the pattern right away. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they just keep adding up. But for whatever reason, they don't see it themselves. They keep entertaining this date, they keep entertaining this man, they keep on going back and back, and they keep getting heartbroken after heartbroken after heartbroken. But yeah, they still don't see it, right? In the very end, after like heartbreak number whatever 23, right, after the guy has let her down that many times, she's still expecting for him to show up or to pull up for her. It's like, are you crazy? Are you missing brain cells? Like, don't you see the pattern here? Like, you're kidding. This guy told you to come because he's going to see his mother. You show up and he tells you what airport to show up to, and in the end he comes 3 hours late. Like, you still trusted it after that? Okay, fine. You know what? We'll give him that. Maybe because it was the first time, you know, shit happens. Alright, we can say, you know, life took a toll. You know, life sometimes has its bad days, right? We can say that. Alright, fine. He took 3 hours, his mistake, whatever. But every time on that hotel room, right, he tells you he's going to show up, he doesn't show up. He comes 3 hours later, he tells you he's going to be back. He comes hours and hours later, and he tells you he'll be back. He has to go tuck in his kid, whatever. He'll be right back. He doesn't come back. You're still expecting him to show up. You're crazy at this point. You're really a lunatic. I don't know how you be believing it. Like, my dude is just playing you. It's either one, he's still married at home, or just his side piece. But yeah, you believe there's something there. My guy just wanted a side piece, bro. He just wanted a snack. He knew it was a snack, but he has a main course meal at home, bro. Let me tell you that, right? This guy's also childish. You can see that he didn't want anything serious with you. But the funniest part is how you kept on believing it, and you let this play out for way too long. You even kept on replying. But it's not your fault. I'm beginning to see maybe you're just naive. Maybe you're just a good person, a good girl, I don't know.
One of the craziest things that's ever happened to me on a date is that I was on a date with a man who told me he hadn't come in 4 years. And I was like at all, like not even alone. And he was like, no, like I have like trauma, like blah, 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 whatever. Fast forward like 30 minutes into the date, coffee date, mind you. He's like, don't look at me like that. Stop. I'm like what? He came in his pants on the date at a coffee shop. Came in his pants.
Hey, yo, that man be lying, man. He lying, straight up lying. For 4 years? Get out of here. He's full of shit. Bro is at a coffee shop here having some excitement. I guess maybe it's a coffee. I'm not gonna say it was you who made him release, you know, but I'm gonna say it's a coffee, bro. I don't know what was in it.
If your fiance is at a resort in Cancun, Mexico, and y'all are about to get married, but she's with her blonde friend, she's cheating on you. So we're at this resort, right? And we noticed like last night there was like a group of like 18-year-old boys, like fresh out of puberty, and they were with like 2 girls that looked like kind of older, and we kind of were like assuming what was happening because we were obviously people watching. Shut the fuck up. And we're like, okay, maybe that's like a guy's older sister. And then Brooke was like, no, they've been flirting. Like, I saw them meet. They've been flirting. And so this girl and her blonde friend are like flirting up a storm all day and night with these group of 18-year-old boys. So finally we meet a guy who's like mutuals with a group of boys, and we're like, what the fuck is the age group thing? Like, I just want to know. We're nosy. And he's like, yeah, they're both like 32 and they're like 19. Bitch, y'all are literally 17 acting like you're 18, but besides the point. And one of them is about to get married, and we're like, married? And he's like, yes. She literally has an engagement ring on. She's about to get married, but she's flirting with the 18-year-olds. And like, they've been hanging out, and I'm like, ew, like, you're gross. And so we're sitting there looking at them. She's brunette, and she's with her blonde friend in Cancun, Mexico, at a resort. It starts with a P. I don't want to say where we're at. And they've definitely been like flirting with you. What?
These guys are annoying.
Yeah, so if that's your fiance, she's cheating on you with an 18-year-old. So hope this helps.
Hey, thanks for that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that was my fiance. I did give her the engagement ring like a week ago. This was a girl trip, her last girl trip before our wedding. I appreciate that. Now at least I know not to get married and to go ask for my engagement ring back. Thanks for that. No, all jokes aside though, I hope her man or her soon-to-be husband sees this, bro, because this is gonna save him right away. And he's lucky. That means that's it. That's a flag you need to get your engagement ring back.
I asked this girl what's her favorite fruit. She gonna tell me apple pie. You raggedy bitch.
Excuse me, I have a question. I'm looking for somewhere to eat. I'm not from out here. You know where I can get something to eat?
Okay, I'm so glad you asked because I was actually looking for a cigarette. Do you have a cigarette?
Do I have a cigarette?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
No, I don't usually carry them on me.
Me neither.
Are you going to get something
Are you
to eat?
looking for something to eat?
Yeah.
There's like 32 restaurants here.
What's kind of like top 5 fan favorite of yours?
It's not really about me. It's about you. If you have a preference on the type of
Well,
food
that's the thing. I'm not really like too sure.
Why are we filming? What's going on here? What's your name? I'll cater my messaging. Who are you?
I'm nobody important.
I didn't think you were. I just want to know your name.
David.
Brooke, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Okay, now this is how we start our conversation. Okay, what's your question?
What do you prefer out here?
Truly, I'm a big fan of Super Rico because I love their green salsa. If you can't do that, I would do Antico, which is the pizza place that's right next door. But there's a bunch of options, so it depends on what you like. There's truly an option for every type of cuisine here.
Okay.
What are you guys in the mood for?
I'm just really starving. Like,
I feel like we started this on a weird foot. What's going on, David?
I mean, I approached you, very polite and calm.
Oh, you did, but it feels weird. Let's go get a
I feel
drink.
like, yeah, let's get a drink.
David, come with me.
Sure.
Let's get a drink.
Let's get a drink.
I looked my husband dead in the eyes this morning and I said, if I ever find out you have some work wife, work hubby vibe shit with a coworker, don't even bother coming home. And of course he looks at me like, girl, you're crazy. Like, you know that would never happen. But I know you know what video I'm talking about where that lady posted, or she was talking about her husband reposted because it was his birthday and one of his coworkers said, oh, like, happy birthday, Zaddy, work hubby, blah, blah, blah. Like, that shit got me heated and it wasn't even me.
So my husband came up to my job and they didn't know that he was my husband.
Ooh, somebody find daddy coming in here.
Hi, how you doing?
Who daddy are you?
They agree.
Who's your husband?
Yo, girl, you better make that known out there. You better profess that out to the world right away, cause like these women, your coworkers, they getting ready to snatch your man out of your arms right there. If you don't say nothing, if you keep your mouth shut, yeah, your husband is dangerous, bro. He gonna come in and he gonna replace you quick times, right? Don't even let him come to this bait, bro. From now on, whatever he needs done, tell him to tell you, and he will do it. But he has to stay at home. Whatever, he can tell you through the phone or text you. Because if you keep showing up here, bro, he's off the market tomorrow, and he's replacing your ass.
I know I really like you. You know that, right? 1 second. Hi, baby. I'm hanging out with my friend.
Which friend?
Shayla, you know her?
Oh, you talking about Shayla?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. How long y'all gonna be up?
To like 2, probably.
Cool. I mean, I guess I'll still be here though.
Okay, I'm gonna call you.
Oh yeah, just call me when you about to make it in, alright?
Okay, babe.
Alright, I'll miss you.
I miss you.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to you later, alright?
Later. Back to what I was saying.
Her birthday trip, her and 2 of her friends, they went to Atlanta for their birthday trip. So her and one friend, they flew out together on Thursday. The other friend met them on Friday. They went out Friday night. So Saturday morning, and I fight on Saturday, she calls me at 10 in the morning while I'm weighing in. I call her back about 30 minutes later once I'm done with everything. I'm laying on the floor getting rehydrated, just, trying to chill, get myself together before the fight. And she's talking, she's telling me about, everything that happened the night before. Right? Normal relationship stuff. And when I get back to the crib, I call her. She's getting her outfit together. She's like, should I wear this or this? I'm like, go ahead, wear that dress. And now it's Sunday morning. About 10 in the morning, I leave. I go to Chicago because whenever I'm just in like a jacked up mood, that's where I want to go back home. As I'm driving to Chicago around 11 in the morning, like, yo, I hope you had a good night. And then I text her again at 1. I'm like, hey, Haven't heard from you, but I guess I'll talk to you later. Then around 3, and mind you, this whole time I have her location. So from that morning, I saw that she was at these apartments in Atlanta. The Airbnb is in a whole different part of Georgia, like Decatur. So what are you doing in Atlanta in some apartments? Okay. I start calling her around 3:30 before I leave Chicago. And this is 3:30 Chicago time, so she's like 4:30, right? I'm calling, I FaceTime, it's not going through. I'm regular calling her. First it's ringing, and then by the 7th time I called, it just goes straight to voicemail. Okay. I start calling her friend that flew down with her on Thursday. It's ringing. Same thing, starts hitting voicemail. Okay. I just text her, because I have her location. I said, bet, don't worry about it, here I come. I lost my fight, I'm in my feelings, and now you're playing in my face? Like, you doing some stuff right now that, like, if I did it, like, I would be the worst dude on earth. And, like, your friends would be like, you need to stop talking to him types, but now you're doing it to me? Okay. Bet, I'll be there, don't worry, 10 hours, that's not nothing, I'll do it. Watch this. Now her friends start calling me. What's up? Where y'all at? What's going on? Oh, she's stuttering. I'm about to go to the apartments to go get my girl. Why weren't y'all together? Oh, the other friend who has the brother. So the apartment that my girl was staying at, apparently it's the other friend's brother's apartment. And the other friend apparently was throwing up in the section, and the club, like, they just kicked them all out because, like, you can't be in here, you're throwing up all over the place. So they kicked them out. This is a story they told me. The friend who has the rental, she drives my girl and the other friend to that girl's brother's apartment in Atlanta, and then she goes back. First she goes back to the function to get their stuff, which they left at the function, and then she goes to the Airbnb. Okay. And now at 4:30, 5 o'clock, now you're going to go get her from the apartment. After I've been calling both of y'all for the last 30 minutes, now is when you go. Okay, that's the story you're going with? Cool, bet. Don't worry, I got you. Couple minutes pass, now here go my girl, now she FaceTime me. And what's strange about that is that the only reason why you're about to go pick up my girl is because obviously y'all been in communication. So if my girl can call you, why can't she call me? Like, why didn't my girl call me immediately or text me and was like, hey, like, this is what's happening? My girl doesn't get into any type of communication with me, text me nothing until she gets into that rental car. She FaceTimes me. Well, she does that shit on purpose. Like, she FaceTime me and she's trying to, like, play that role that, like, oh, see, like, I still have my clothes on, I have my jacket on, I still have my makeup on, I still have my jewelry on, like, nothing happened, you know. I've been in and out of sleep since, you know, we got to the apartment in the morning. It was just me and that other girl. Well, okay, if it was just that harmless, why didn't you FaceTime me in the apartment? Why did you wait until you were getting in the car before you FaceTime me? We've been going back and forth for the last day. She still hasn't answered that question for me. And I feel like that's just an important detail. Because I know if the roles were reversed, if I was doing the same stuff, bro, like, it wouldn't even, like, no, this junk would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. So the fact that, like, somebody who says that they hate liars, they hate manipulators, now you're lying and you're trying to manipulate me? As if I was born yesterday, as if I don't do this. Like, this is the reason this is my first and last relationship, actually. This is the reason why. Because I've been the other guy. Before, I've been the other guy, so I know how it goes. So that's why I don't take relationships serious, because I know how easy it is, bro. I know how easy it is. So now the fact that, like, you're trying to play in my face as if I don't know what really happened, that you were just asleep and you didn't do, even if you didn't cheat, because that's what she's saying. I didn't cheat. You want me to say I cheated, but I didn't cheat. Even if you didn't cheat, you was doing something you had no business doing, and you won't tell me. And you won't tell me because you probably did something so foul I would leave you for it. So rather than for you to tell me, so I would be able to be like, you know what, you did that, I'm out. You're just gonna leave me in the dark and tell me a lie. So now I can go around and tell people that because I wouldn't believe you, because I was insecure. There's no way. This girl, I've been with this girl for over a year. Her sister's wedding is in a couple of weeks, bro. I got the measurements and everything for my outfit for the wedding. I have like her dad is like bringing the outfit back from where it's coming from. And this is how you planned it? Forget, I don't care what you did. The fact that you won't even be honest with me. And I thought we was, that's crazy. And what's even crazy is that she will take it to the grave. And that's what's so, like, I really believed in her. I really believed in the relationship. I swear to God I did. I told this girl things I ain't never told. I opened up in ways I'll never open up again. I'll tell you that. And this how you play it in one night, bro. Yo, like this junk. And that's what's so, like, I really believed in her. I really believed in the relationship. I swear to God I did. I told this girl things I ain't never told. I opened up in ways I'll never open up again. I'll tell you that. And this how you play it in one night, bro. One night, and everything just flipped. Yo, like this junk it's crazy, bro. This junk is truly crazy.
Damn, yo, that is foul. Foul to the next level. You dated her for a year and she's still moving shady. First things first, let's rewind. Let's backtrack a little bit. If your woman is going on a trip with other girls outside of the country, whatever city, whatever the hell it is, that's already a red flag right there. You already know. Just like, I know. You know, they expect you to trust them, you to be gullible and all this and that, and be like, oh, it's nothing, it's just her and that girl's having a good time. No. 90% of the times, those are the times that shit bound to go down. Let me tell you this. Even if she doesn't cheat on you on that particular night, whatever, she may meet a dude there and still like exchange a form of contact. You know guys, right? When guys are out there, bro, they go for anything. Yeah, like even if she goes out and let's say she don't cheat or anything like that, you already know she at least gave out her contacts out, her number, her social media, IG, whatever it is, bro, right? Even if she came back home after like a 2-3 weeks trip and she didn't cheat on you and she still stayed solid, you best bet she at least gave a form of contact. And you know what's gonna happen once she's back? That dude who she met over there is always gonna be trying to reach out. She may not be replying to him because she's still with you, but that moment, that window when y'all are fighting, when you're all on a break, you know she's gonna give him that type of attention and it's gonna escalate to the next level. Now, as a man, of course, if you tell her this, if you explain this to anybody, they're gonna think you're insecure, especially like the opposite sex, right? Like men understand this, but explaining it to a woman, they're gonna feel you like you're insecure, you're giving like a little dick energy. But let me tell you this, the moment your woman is going out there on them trips, you best be worried. Either you end the relationship or you go on that trip with her, alright? And telling you she did some shit which you're already aware of, but now you're gonna have to like pretend you weren't aware, right? Like you didn't see it coming. Meanwhile, the back of your mind, you knew it was about to go down. You know, you knew it was just a matter of time. So, yeah, that just tells you, bro, like, y'all be careful out there. Like, there's so many stories of, like, people's, like, you know, partners, they go on a girl's trip, they go here, they go there, that and this, and they come back and the relationship ends, the marriage ends. I wonder why. Yeah. It's these trips, bro, because like what do they do on those trips, right? They party clubs, they're with their friends, they get hella drunk, and when you're drunk, what happens? You make bad decisions, and especially if your friends are also single trying to meet a dude, they're gonna try setting you up. Like there's a lot of just disaster that's about to happen, right? So watch yourself. In his case, I mean, it was obvious. Your woman wasn't even answering the call. She's not even texting you back. And she's on top of that, like, hiding shit. And her friends, they're trying to cover for her, but they haven't even rehearsed the story yet. So you already know some shady stuff happened. She may not even have cheated, but she did something. Which, like you said, you know that if she told you, you're going to break up with her. She knows this. That's why she ain't going to tell you. She's going to hold it to the grave. And her friends won't spill it until they have a breakout, right? They have a fight or something, and that's when their friends will come in and tell you everything. They'll spill the beans because now they're not friends no more. They have nothing to protect her over, right? They want nothing to do with her. So Feel sorry for you, my guy, but I hope you learned your lesson for next time, right? It's a cold ass world. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all thought about this. Yo, comment about that very first story, that crazy ass story where that woman took a flight, went to see that dude. She was in the hotel. Dude just kept on lying to her face every second, bro. He kept telling her, yo, he's gonna be right back. He ain't coming back. Kept making excuses, you know, like she still was believing him, even though he lied to her multiple times. She still was trusting his word, which was ridiculous. But yeah, let me know about that first one, and then I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.